Hey guys, what's up? Casper here. Today's video is going to be very exciting. We're going to be looking at another way to play the Budapest Gambit. So this is where I'm going to challenge some random chess players on Lichess just to show you how you can beat your opponents with the Budapest Gambit by just using tricks and traps. So please make sure to watch up to the end so that you don't miss any interesting part. I promise this won't be boring and you are going to learn some new traps. Okay, let's get started. So as you can see, I just opened a new account for the purpose of this video. D4, I just want to play knight to f6 and then go pawn to e5 next. So let's see what white is going to do. Okay, c4, the queen's gambit. Now I can go pawn to e5. So if black takes, I'll simply go knight g4, attacking the pawn on e5. So white has to react, and I also have plans to go bishop b4 in the near future, but bishop b4 will only come after I play something like knight to c6, because I have to put more pressure on the e5 pawn. So okay, bishop f4. Now I can even change my mind, play bishop c5 instead of bishop b4. Now I'm eyeing the weak f2 pawn, and I'm expecting white to play pawn to e3. Okay, which they have done. Now I can go pawn to f6. If white takes, I'm gonna recapture with my queen. The whole idea is to start eyeballing the b2 pawn, which is undefended. If h3, I'm just gonna take on a5. Oh, pawn takes. Now I can take back with my queen, eyeballing the weak b2 pawn. And here, if I'm not mistaken, the correct move is queen c2 or queen d2, but most of the players play knight to c3, which is a blunder, by the way. Knight to c3 looks natural, but it leaves some weaknesses on the king side, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. If white plays knight to c3, thinking he is protecting the b2 pawn, he is going to run into, let me just show you. The correct move was supposed to be queen d2 or queen c2. So queen c3 allows me to sacrifice my knight on f2, forking the queen on d1 and the rook on h1. Now I can simply grab white's dark squared bishop, since his pawn on e3 is pinned to the king by my bishop, and if knight d5, I have king d8. So I covered this line in one of my videos that has popped up in the card above, one of my old videos. You can watch that, I mean, if you want to see the tutorial. So clearly you guys can see that these traps do work. So what did I tell you? Knight d5. Now white's idea here is to at least, create a threat of capturing on c7, double attacking my king on e8 and the rook on a8. Not to mention that the knight is also attacking my queen, which is on f4. So I have to rescue my queen, play something like queen h6. So that's the idea. So queen h6 is the move that you should play, still maintaining the pressure on the e3 square. And obviously white is going to take on c7. Yep. And now I can go king d8, attacking the knight one more time. And honestly speaking, if knight takes my rook, then the game is over. Okay, the game will end. So white doesn't have to take my rook on a8. Maybe they have to play something like knight d5. So let's see what they're going to do. What? So they just took my rook and it's game over, because, yep, I just took on e3, expecting black to play king g3, the only move, after which I'm going to give him another check on f2. And I also have plans to go after queen f2 check. I also have plans to go pawn to e6. Let's say if the king goes to h3, I'll play pawn to e6. Okay, so what can I do here? I have pawn to e6, but now I can give a check with rook f8. Rook f8 is the way to go, checking the king. I want to make sure that White's king has no escape. And so I still have to calculate a few more lines, but rook f8 is just okay, according to my brainchild. So rook f8, check. So I can see a mate in 2 or something here. So I just need to calculate very well. So queen e3 check, rook f5. What am I doing? I mean, there's a mate in 2, but I can't see it. Okay, first I go queen e3 check. The king has to go to d5. Oh, now it is checkmate. You know, I was thinking of playing queen e6, but there's no checkmate because the white king can simply take my bishop, so I can go knight b4 checkmate. So yeah, that's the checkmate that I saw. I don't know what came into my mind, but if you guys want to learn more about this opening trick, you can simply watch the video which is in the card above, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy. And you guys, if at all you have any good suggestions on which direction you want me to take with my YouTube videos, you can let me know. And you can also leave your comments in the comment section down below, because I also want to learn of your existence. I mean, there's a way you can support my channel by simply sharing these videos to others. Let's grow this community together, because that will also encourage me to keep on making more wonderful content to you guys. Okay, another game. Opponent just played pawn to d4 and I played knight to f6. So c4, I go e5. If pawn takes, I go knight g4. Oh, opponent is playing so fast. Let's hope he knows what he is doing. So he's holding on to his e5 pawn. So I go bishop b4 maybe. Let me try bishop b4, because I don't usually play this, but let me just show you what can happen. One of the ways. So I also have queen e7 in mind. I can go queen e7. Yep. Queen e7 will guard my bishop, or maybe let me just go knight to c6. Let me just allow him to take. Okay, pawn to a3. With pawn to a3, what can I do? Take the bishop? And maybe I can play bishop c5, hoping to get into the same trap that I showed you guys in the previous game. What can I do here? Can I take the bishop? Or maybe I just retreat my bishop to c5, yep. So I'm expecting to see e3, yep. Now I can go queen e7. What am I doing? I just messed up my opening, but I can fix this. I can go a5. a5 will stop pawn to b4 by white. Oh, so I just messed up my opening, but I can fix this. I have queen e7. I have queen e7. And I can also take on e5 with my g knight. Okay, queen d5, what can I do? Queen d5, queen d5, queen d5. Can I play pawn to d6? Or maybe I also have ideas of sacrificing one of my pieces on e3. Yep. Or maybe I can just castle short. I don't know. You guys help me. Oh, pawn to d6 first. And if pawn takes, I don't care even if white takes on g7, because I still have some initiative here. And maybe one day I'm gonna sacrifice my minor piece on e3. What? Can I sacrifice here? I think so. If pawn takes, I'm gonna take with my knight, attacking the queen on d5. So that's the idea. And I also have a threat to take on g2. Okay, and now knight takes. So I do these sacrifices for you guys, just for your own entertainment. But I don't think this is more solid. There's actually a way in which Stockfish can punish me here. So let's just see what a human can do here. Queen d1? Queen d1 is a blunder, because I'm just going to take the free queen. What was white thinking? Okay, now he's asking for a take back. Should I give him? Or maybe I just end this video. Okay, let's just give him. Let's just accept the take back request. I just want to be fair. Let him play his very best for the goodness of this video. Maybe you guys can learn one or two things here. I just don't want to end this video prematurely. So queen d2, now I can take on g2 with my knight. That's check. Maybe king d1 will make sense. Oh, king f2. Now I think I can plant my light squared bishop on h3, defending my knight, which is on g2. I think bishop h3 is the way to go. Yep. Okay, now my future ideas will be knight e5, and I also have this queen eyeing the e3 square. What is black going to do? You know, I don't know if this is the very best. Okay, bishop takes. This move looks suspicious. It looks dubious. I think there's something wrong here. To take is a mistake, so maybe I have to attack the dark squared bishop first with my rook. Maybe something like rook g8 attacking the bishop. At worst, I can even castle long. So maybe rook g8 attacking the bishop first. So white just opened up many lines for me. By taking on g7, white helped me to activate my rook, that's one. And also allowing me to have other initiatives like knight e5, knight g4. So that's why you don't have to be taking whatever you see, you guys. This is not Pac-Man, and I keep on saying that. This is not checkers, it's not Pac-Man doo-doo, where you just keep on eating your opponent's pieces. So now my opponent is suffering because of his previous move, bishop takes on g7. I have some mating ideas here after castling short quite alright. So now that my king is safe, I have ideas like pawn to d5, queen c5, and even knight e5. Let's see what my opponent is going to do here. Okay, pawn to b4. I don't even have to take the pawn. I just have to play something else like knight e5 maybe. Because if knight takes or bishop takes, I'll take with my pawn and indirectly hitting on the white queen, which is on d2. I also have knight g4 check. I don't know, so many ideas. So you can see there's no memorization here. I'm just playing chess based on the positions that I'm getting on the board. And that's what you guys are supposed to be doing. Avoid memorizing moves. You can still play chess. I didn't cover this in my previous video on the Budapest Gambit. So white just took. I think I don't even have to take. I don't even have to take the knight. I have a better move, queen h4 check, which may lead to mate, I think. So now I go queen h4 check. And all of a sudden, the king has got no many squares to go to. Because I'm covering all these squares. So maybe something like king f3. I don't know. King f3. King f1 is bad. King g1 is also bad. Wow. So white just played king g1. I have a discovery anyway. Maybe let me start with taking on e5 first. Yeah, I have a discovery with the knight, but if I play something like knight f4, white has bishop g4 blocking the check or knight g4 blocking the check. So let me just take the knight on e5 with my pawn. Yep. Because after I take, I'm gonna be attacking the queen, which is on d2. So I think this is okay. So now I'm attacking the queen, which is on d2. White's queen on d2. And I also have plans to do a discovery after playing my knight somewhere like, oh, queen takes. Now I can take the queen. Should I take with my queen, king, or rook? Or maybe I take with my hands. I don't know. I think taking with the rook makes more sense. Yep, I think taking with the rook is the way to go. You see, so I'm still thinking even when I have a completely winning position. So this is how we play chess, you guys. Oh, my opponent just resigned. I think this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching.